have been sent out on a rescue mission. So bear with me with the suspense of what is happening here. Okay, first of all, we had some geese, goslings, born. Oh, there goes the predator. Mr. Crane, can you see him? There you go. I just scared him away. Mother and father goose. I'm actually pretty brave being here right now. They're down there by the manure pile, over there, honking away. And the little baby ducks are in their nest right there. You can just see a little bit. Well, there come the mommy and daddy goose over there. So I'm gonna get going. Now that I've scared predator away, they can come back. The suspense rises. Now, I know that Canadian geese can get very defensive this time of year, which is why I don't want to bring you guys too close. For example, wasn't yesterday, it was the day before, Papa Goose took out a hawk. The hawk landed in that corner of the pond to grab a fish. We do have largemouth bass in that pond. Pretty sure he saw one, so he went down for it, and Papa Goose thought he was a threat and took him out. Now, when I mean took him out, he did a full body slam, big chest, whack, wings wrapped around him, sent that hawk for a whirl, went for a swim, and then the hawk took off. I know it's hard to believe that without seeing it on camera, but I was doing the dishes, of course, and I seen it happen, so you just gotta believe me. Well, I had that part that I picked up the other day for the tractor, and it's a miserable, wet, yucky day today. So I'm gonna try and get this bad boy in. Now, I haven't shown you in nice slow motion of why I'm replacing this. Okay, so I have this switch. I'm gonna replace it. Anybody know what the inside of your steering column looks like? Well, on a tractor, it's a whole lot of dust and junk and just crap. So it's one plug. That is really nice. I have no idea how it is bolted in there, but I have one more bolt to take out from the bottom, and then I can see it better as to where it's supposed to go. Okay, so we got the switch on. It's on. I wanted to put some dielectric grease on the fitting. I am, however, going to just plug it in right now because it did not have grease in it before, I noticed. The actual plug itself is very clean, so I'm just gonna plug that in. Oh yeah, fits like a glove. I'm going to fire it up and I'm gonna try it out. Let's hope that this $200 and something part fixes my problem. Now, in taking this apart, as all mechanics and anybody who fixes your own things know, when you buy something used, you find problems in doing stuff. So, in repairing this switch, I discovered that there's a crack in a weld that holds the steering wheel in place. That's not good. That's pretty big, actually. But yeah, every time that the steering wheel height was changed, it would reef on that and get worse over time. So I'm not gonna put the cover back on here I'm actually hopefully going to be able to run over to the welder because I don't have a welder here on the farm, which is a good thing because the whole barn would be lit up with all this straw on the floor. So I'm going to go over to a shop at some point in time today and get that welded up properly again. We're going to fire it up and see if it works. Oh, and as normal, it doesn't want to start again. Turns out I have to replace the negative terminal 2. I do not have the part for that, so that's gonna have to be another day. So it's not horrible. It's definitely better than what it is. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more digging as to see reaction time wise what it is. I do believe we did fix the issue, but it's not quite like I'm used to, but that could be because this is electrical over manual. Because I know like with a manual tractor, when you let off that clutch, she's gonna go, right? This one here, it took a little bit. It wasn't right away, it took a little bit. So it also, the tractor's not warmed up. That might make a difference too. So I'll give a review again later when I have played with it for a little while. Hey, you! Who gave you your evacuation permit? Permit number, please. Come on, you know. Some people have birth certificate numbers, you know. We deal with evacuation permits. Who gave you your evacuation permit? You're pretty cute. Bet you you're a boy. Let's see. Shall we find out? Moment of truth. Yep. Okay. You hang out with Mom for a little while. We'll leave him in there for a little bit. That's pretty. Oh, that's really pretty. Put the battery connection back on. Tractor is all fixed and man, it works really, really well. I am pleased that the switch did the trick. I'm not sure if I already said it before, but the mechanic at the dealership that services and know these tractors told me that that switch activates some solenoids, which then puts it in the forward and reverse. So it could also be that the hydraulic oil, it runs off the big reservoir of hydraulic oil that drives pretty much the whole tractor. It could be that the filters are plugged and the oil could be a little grungy or whatever. So he recommended to switch that, which we are going to attempt to do that this year. It's just good maintenance because oil, as somebody else told me, oil to keep these things running good is cheap versus having to replace the parts that they're supposed to maintain properly. So we're going to get to that this year. I don't put a ton of hours on this tractor. Since I've had it, it's been a year and a couple of months, so 14 months, and I put on almost 400 hours. No, just over 400, almost 500 hours on that machine. So that's pretty good. All right, back in the milk house. Utility room. Back to this motor. Okay, so I got the part. This is a new one, finally came in. I'm going to be putting this on. Now, the guy that I got the part from gave me a few helpful tricks to get proper connection because he feels that the reason why that other Moret burned through was because just creating too much heat and wasn't connected right. Now, first things first. Broken light. I'm going to make sure I turn the power off. Power's off. I should not get shocked. I can't get shocked anyways because everything's off. Look, I'll even turn this off too. There's no way that, so power is always given to it. If the breaker's on, it's given to the little switchy-dooey in this box, which that box connected to the other box, which sends a little small electric sensor there to connect if I want it on when I switch that to milk. I know, very complicated, but it all works. So, I'm gonna get my workspace all tidied up here and comfortable enough to work in, and I'm gonna get that switched. All right, we're like just into it, and we have a problem of there's 3 wires on the back of this one, and on the one that's in there, there's only 2. So I gotta make a phone call, and we're gonna find out what I need to do. Well, important phone call was made. We're gonna save this one because the 3rd wire, because if this is not actually the problem that I'm having, we can still bring this back and get our money's back worth from this thing, and then I'll just have to end up getting a new motor. But crossing our fingers, hoping that this is the issue. Well, that was dumb. I did the wrong one. Silly me. So we have it all replaced. It has power now. There's power there. Put it that way. It's gonna get noisy, so I'm just gonna go over this part just because it's super loud. Okay, everything worked and nothing's on fire, so we are good to go. Gonna cover that up and clean up and on to the next thing. Have you ever told you about how destructive goats are? Yeah, I gotta fix that. Put a few extra in so they don't rip them out so quick. Next up, we're gonna clean this panel. I know, it's really not that dirty though. That's just because I feed them hay and then they spread that out, okay? It's not all poop in there. Good morning. Good morning, Chicky Poos. Oh, you guys are growing so fast, eh? Oh, sorry. Hey guys, welcome back. We got quite a few things going on lately. Today, after chores, we have got to go do some more excavator work. So sit back and relax. Well, she had 7 eggs, and I count 7 little ducklings. Oh, it's so much fun. Well, here we are, back in the pig barn again. I gotta make a driveway continuing this driveway up and around and back to the back of the barn there, and then around the barn and around to the other side. So roughly the same spot here on the other side of the barn, and then they're putting a concrete pad back there. So I'm gonna dig all that up and prep for that so you guys can watch me work. All right, we're back at her here again. I gotta finish stripping this little area here. And then I have, so when they built that barn back there, there's a really big low spot that was in this corner here. As you can see, there's a little orange chicken bottom up over there. Some water sitting in there. Anyways, there's a big pile of subsoil on the other side that I need to get filled into that hole. So I might get at taking that apart today too. If not, that'll be done another day. Well, you guys kind of get the drift of what I'm doing here. I'm just gonna make a straight line off the kind of parallel with the edge of the barn there over here. I don't want to bury that pecan bottom, and I don't want to raise the dirt up too high there. I want all the water to pool there because then it'll go straight into the tile and away. So I'm just gonna clean up this little area here, move a bunch of dirt around. You kind of get what I'm doing. So I'm gonna say sayonara. Thanks for watching, and God bless. Don't forget to subscribe.